Greetings again on this extremely wintry morning at 5:50 a.m. As you can see, I'm an early riser, and I greet you wherever you are in our world on our planet. My name is Anthony Altman, and this is inspirational video number 3, entitled Self-Help and Improvement, recorded on the 26th of December 2023, and is part of my series of videos of inspiration and motivation. The term self-help or self-improvement is bandied about by many, and yet understood by few, because most people have been taught and programmed that to do so is vain or inferior to helping others. In other words, don't think of yourself, don't love yourself, don't improve yourself, just serve others, help others. Yet, by helping oneself to be better, a better person, more balanced in the process of self-actualization that I have discussed so often, this actually develops more of our ability within ourselves to be of much better service to others, without such being at the expense of oneself. In other words, we can help people without it being at our own expense, which is what is generally expected of us by society. And that doesn't work for me. For human society to improve, and this is so important to understand, first, each of us human beings, the very components of humanity, are to improve first. And then humanity will reflect that positive shift naturally. If you focus on humanity as a whole by ignoring the individual component, you're not going to succeed. In other words, if humans are out of balance with themselves, so will humanity be out of balance. If humans are operating at less than optimum efficiency, so will humanity, I'm having difficulty with that word today, so will humanity operate at less than optimum efficiency likewise, which we are seeing quite plainly for all to perceive on our planet at this time, as humanity is facing what is now believed to be its greatest existential threat. And this is why I'm making this series, to see if I can make some kind of contribution to help whoever is interested to change their perspective from the status quo. This is a very good time for many more people to realize that what they see and perceive in the world today is a reflection of the consciousness and the state of being of the individual people who make up human society all over the world. It is time now for each of us to know that whatever our personal life circumstances are, whatever we have and are experiencing, the absolute truth is that we are each sovereign beings who deserve the opportunity to develop more of our mighty, immense, vast individual potential and consciousness. I address those many people, which means that I wish to present this information to those many people who respond to such positive encouragement and positive support and want to improve themselves and to develop their greater potential, as opposed to those people who are not interested. The absolute truth, again, is that each of us has the potential to be much more than we realize. And once the decision is made to develop that potential with each one of us, within each one of us, the process begins. And our lives will change and improve depending on how you approach this natural process of self-development. I sometimes call it self-actualization, but it is a process of self-development also. My perception is that humans have the potential to tap far more intelligence, far more consciousness, and to be far more able-bodied, far more creative, and far more capable than most of us have ever realized. We're not really like sheep, although many act like sheep, following orders, even if those orders will eventually destroy us, acquiescing to live in a manner that is detrimental to us, adopting limiting learned programming, beliefs, and learned patterns of behavior that are all designed to limit and restrict each one of us, whether intentional or unintentional. This is not the way. Now is the time to open the floodgates of freedom of living, of expression, self-expression, so that our self-improvement and self-development of all our hitherto hidden attributes, talent, abilities, creativity, and power that lie in wait for each of us becomes more available as soon as we begin the process of our own positive transformation. This is very, very potent for me, and sometimes I get caught up in actually speaking these words because it's so important, it's so necessary and so powerful to consider that we have the opportunity and the choice to develop our greater potential. This positive transformation is a natural process and is not really being developed, or it is not really there to be developed. This is what I wish to say, because it is already there in place, in situ. And all we are to do is to stop consolidating the limiting and restrictive learned practices and programming that are imposed upon us and have suppressed us for a very long time. In other words, once we start removing the obstacles and limitations that prevent us from developing our greater potential, that process begins automatically because it is inherent within us already. Then we will begin to shine in our greater glory as more self-actualized people. Now, today is the time of the great awakening, if we so choose it to be, that will overcome all negatively intended impositions meant to limit and restrict us, simply by now learning to be who we really are individually. We are not the learned beliefs imposed upon us by others. We are not the learned patterns of behavior imposed upon us by others. And we are not any of the learned negative programming also imposed upon us by others. In fact, we are each a sovereign human being who has the divine right to be who we really are. And that real person is to be discovered by each one of us in our own way, in our own time, excuse me. And that is done by using whatever tools, techniques, modalities, and practices that are available to us that can be of help to us to be our true and authentic selves. For more information on self-help and self-improvement, please go to my website, anthonyaltman.net, ANTHONYALTMAN.net. Some people say AnthonyAltman.net, especially the American people. Well, thank you very much for listening. I really appreciate doing this, and I really hope that this information is of some help to you. Until next time, thank you.